Hey everyone, ready to dive into YouTube in 2025. We're going deep on YouTube growth strategies, and honestly, I'm curious, can you still make a living on YouTube these days?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Because 3.5 billion monthly users, that's huge. But it also means
A lot of competition.
intense competition.
Yeah.
500 hours of video uploaded every minute.
Every minute, yeah.
So how do you stand out? How do you actually grow your channel in this crazy landscape?
Well, it's interesting because, like you said, it's not even just about making good videos anymore, right?
Right.
Like back in the day,
Right.
you could just make a good video and kind of
Throw it up there.
throw it up there, yeah, and it could take off.
Right.
But now it's about having a really smart strategy.
Okay, so let's get into these strategies and the trends that are shaping 2025. And one thing that really jumps out from the research is AI. We're not just talking about AI suggesting better titles or thumbnails. This is AI potentially editing your videos, maybe even cloning voices. Could you imagine reaching a global audience without having to, like, dub everything into separate languages?
That's wild. I mean, there are already tools that are doing that.
Right.
Like 11 Lags is a big one.
Yeah, 11 layers.
You can literally take your voice.
Oh my God, if it speak another language.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. But yeah, what's really interesting to me about AI is that it's like,
It does the hard part.
it does a lot of the heavy lifting, so you as a creator can just focus on the creative
Focus on being creative.
and coming up with the ideas.
All right, well, let's move on because AI is just one piece of the puzzle, right? We got to talk about short form video. It is blowing up. 60% of watch time on shorts.
60%, that's a ton.
That's huge. So does that mean every creator, even if they're making like hour-long videos or tutorials, they have to be making shorts too?
I mean, it's definitely changing the game.
Yeah.
You've got to grab people's attention so fast now.
Right, that 15-second window.
It's all about the hook.
So it's almost like you need both. Yeah.
Exactly. You need the quick hits and then you need the deep dives.
I think so.
Okay. Another thing that caught my eye was the rise of niche communities. So is it better to get hyper-specific with your content instead of trying to please everyone?
It seems counterintuitive, but that's what the research is showing.
Really?
Instead of being everything to everyone, yeah, find your little corner of the internet.
Like underwater basket weaving tutorials.
Exactly. Or
Okay.
yeah, vintage typewriter repair, ASMR.
The-
You might not reach billions, but the people you do reach, they're going to be so into it.
It makes sense, right? Like people want to connect with others who share their interests.
Totally.
It's all about finding your tribe.
Exactly.
Speaking of engaging content, we got to talk about interactive videos. It's not just passive watching anymore.
For sure.
People want to participate,
Yeah.
make choices, feel involved.
It keeps people hooked.
So we've got things like polls,
Polls are big.
quizzes,
Yep.
choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure, yeah. It's kind of meta, isn't it? We're talking about interactive content while guiding you through this deep dive.
I know, right? That's funny.
It's like layers.
Layers, exactly.
Okay, so we've got AI changing the game, shorts grabbing attention, niche communities finding their people, interactive content shaking things up. What are the actual winning strategies for YouTube in 2025?
Okay, so first up, and this might sound crazy, but you got to embrace the robots.
Embrace the robots.
Don't be afraid of AI. Use it to your advantage.
Like how?
Well, a lot of creators are using AI for things like A/B testing thumbnails.
Oh.
To see which one performs better,
Right.
optimizing their video descriptions, even generating scripts.
So AI can be a tool,
The powerful tool.
especially for smaller creators
I'll say
who
like
don't
for
have
exact-
a whole team.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about this whole short and long form synergy? How do we make those two things work together?
So think of your shorts as teasers for your longer content. Let's say you're doing like the long form video on the history of pizza.
Okay, I love pizza.
Right. So before you release that, you could create a series of shorts highlighting some fun facts about pizza,
Okay, I like where this is going.
showcasing different pizza styles,
I'm hungry.
maybe even demonstrating some crazy pizza tricks.
Okay, now I definitely need pizza.
So it's like you give people a little taste.
A little appetizer.
Exactly. To get them hungry for the main course.
I like that. All right, but with so much content out there, how do you actually establish yourself? Like, how do you become the pizza expert?
That's where the content pillar strategy comes in.
Content pillar.
Yeah. Instead of creating random videos all over the place, focus on 2 or 3 core areas
Oh.
that you're passionate about.
So become the person for that thing.
Become the person.
Okay.
Let's say you're into DIY home renovations.
Okay. I'm not, but let's say I am.
All right, so you could have one content pillar that's all about budget-friendly bathroom remodels.
Okay.
Another one on upcycling furniture.
Okay.
Another on, like, creating a sustainable garden.
So it's like having a brand within your YouTube channel?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that. But even with the best content, sometimes going it alone is tough.
Yeah.
Right? Especially with all this competition.
It can be, yeah.
So how important is collaboration in 2025?
Oh, it's huge.
Okay.
You got to team up with other creators, people in similar niches.
Cross-promote, do guest appearances.
Cross-promote guest appearances,
Yeah.
do, like, joint projects.
Like a rising tide lifts all boats kind of thing.
Exactly.
All right. Now, last question on this topic, because the algorithm can be a fickle beast.
Oh, yeah.
How do you make sure your content is actually seen?
You've got to get data-driven. Don't just rely on your gut feeling.
Right.
Dive into your analytics, understand what your audience is watching, what they're engaging with, what makes them click away.
So tools like Morning Fame or TubeBuddy can help.
They can be super helpful.
Okay, so it's like you got to combine your creative vision with those data insights. All right, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the pros and cons of YouTube as a platform in 2025. What are the advantages? I mean, there are definitely some.
There are. Okay, so first up, monetization is more diverse than ever.
Okay.
It's not just about ad revenue anymore.
Oh, good.
You've got super chats, channel memberships, affiliate marketing, sponsorships, merch sales. It's about building a whole business around your channel.
Oh, that's cool. And it feels like creators are finding success from all over the world now.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
That's the beauty of YouTube.
Yeah, that global reach.
It connects people, creates opportunities no matter where you are.
And then if you create evergreen content, those videos can just keep earning for years, right?
Totally, like how-to tutorial,
How-to tutorial.
educational
That's
videos.
timeless stuff.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Okay, but let's get real.
Okay.
What are some of the downsides? What are the challenges?
All right, well, the algorithm can be unpredictable. 1 minute you're riding high, the next minute your views have plummeted.
It's scary.
It can be, yeah.
Okay, so what else?
And then creating content consistently,
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. It can lead to burnout,
Yeah.
especially if you're doing it all on your own.
So it's important to prioritize self-care.
Absolutely.
Make sure you're taking breaks.
Don't compare yourself to others.
Okay. And then, of course, there's the elephant in the room, the competition.
Yeah,
It can be pretty intimidating.
it can be.
So the big question, can you actually make a living on YouTube in 2025?
It's a tough question.
It is.
It's definitely possible,
Okay.
but it's not going to be easy.
Right.
You got to work hard, you got to have a good strategy, and honestly, you need a little bit of luck.
Luck always helps.
Yeah. But the good news is there are tons of success stories out there.
That's what I want to hear. Let's talk about those success stories when we come back.
Welcome back. So we were just talking about, like, can you actually make it on YouTube in
Yeah.
2025?
Oh,
And I know there are people out there doing it,
oh yeah.
crushing it, in fact.
Crushing it.
So the research actually highlights a couple of cool examples. We've got Liza Koshy. She's built this, like, multi-million-dollar empire through YouTube and brand deals.
Yeah.
Ali Abdal,
Yeah, he's killing it.
making bank with productivity content and courses. So, like, what can we learn from these folks?
Yeah.
What are some of the takeaways?
Well, I think a big one is diversification, right?
Okay, yeah. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay.
Explore merch, Patreon, freelancing, anything that aligns with your brand.
So multiple income streams are important.
Super important.
Okay, and then the research also touched upon repurposing content. What exactly does that mean?
So repurposing is all about maximizing your content's reach.
Taking your videos, turning them into, like, TikTok clips, podcast episodes, LinkedIn posts,
It's
whatever.
just like cross-pollinating your audience.
Exactly. You're tapping into different platforms, drawing people back to your main YouTube channel.
Smart. Okay, but let's be real. Building a successful YouTube channel, it takes time, right?
It does.
Like, it's not an overnight thing.
It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay, so patience is key.
Huge.
But what are some of the things that, like, trip people up? What are the pitfalls?
Okay, well, one big challenge right now is the rise of other platforms
Oh, yeah, like TikTok.
like TikTok, Instagram Reels.
Especially for Gen Z.
Yeah, they're attracting a lot of those younger viewers.
So you got to stay on top of the trends.
Absolutely. See what's happening on those platforms.
It's constantly changing.
It's always changing.
Okay, what about the YouTube Partner Program? Have the requirements changed at all?
They have, yeah. So now you need 5,000 subscribers
5,000.
and 3,000 watch hours to monetize your channel.
So the bar is higher?
Yeah, definitely higher, yeah. Which just means you've got to really focus on quality content and engaging your audience.
Okay, so we've talked about like the strategy, the challenges. Let's go back to the cool stuff for a minute. We were discussing AI before the break.
Yeah, wow.
And I'm curious, like, what are some tangible examples of how creators are using AI right now to their advantage?
One really interesting application is AI voice cloning for multiple languages.
Oh, wow.
So imagine you speak English, but you want to reach a global audience.
Dubbing is so expensive.
It's expensive and time-consuming. Yeah.
So how does this work?
Well, with AI voice cloning, you can literally have your videos translated and voiced in other languages, but it still sounds like you.
So you keep your, like,
Yeah,
personality?
your style.
That's
That's
incredible.
pretty wild.
Okay, what else are people using AI for?
Another thing is optimizing the technical side of YouTube.
Okay, so like the SEO stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tools like Descript and vidIQ can help generate SEO-friendly titles, descriptions, even suggest relevant tags for your videos.
That's pretty handy, especially if you're not like a tech wizard.
Right, it takes care of that for you.
Okay, but AI aside, we can't forget about shorts.
Shorts are huge.
Especially if you're making longer content. How do you make the most of those 15 seconds?
So Emma Chamberlain, remember we mentioned her before?
Yeah, she's great.
She's a master at this.
Yeah.
She's got these like tea time snippets. They're short, engaging, and they always leave you wanting more.
So they drive people to her longer videos.
Exactly. It's like a little preview.
I like that. But with all these new trends and strategies, it's easy to get overwhelmed, right? Like lose sight of what really matters, which is making good content.
Absolutely.
But how do you establish yourself, like become the authority in your niche?
I think that content pillar strategy we talked about is crucial.
Okay, the content pillars.
Yeah. Identify your core areas of expertise.
Yeah.
Build a brand around them. Like if you're into sustainable living, you might have one content pillar for like zero waste cooking,
Okay.
another for DIY eco-friendly home projects,
Okay, I get it.
another for conscious consumerism.
Oh, so you're consistent, but you've got these different branches within your niche.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it. And then consistency also requires collaboration, right?
Oh, for sure.
Especially in 2025.
It's so competitive now.
So how do you find good collaborators?
I think look for people in similar niches, people who share your values and people who, you genuinely enjoy working with.
So you're not just trying to like get views.
It should be a win-win for everyone involved.
Okay, and then there's the algorithm. Always the algorithm.
Algorithm, yeah.
How do we make sure our videos are actually seen?
I think data is your best friend. Don't just guess. Look at your analytics. Figure out what your audience loves, what they engage with, what makes them click away.
So tools like Morning Fame, TubeBuddy, those can help?
It can be really helpful, yeah.
Okay, so data is important. Let's talk about the money.
The money, okay.
We know there are more ways to monetize your channel now, so give us some specifics. How are creators actually diversifying their income?
Well, one thing that's become really popular is super chats during live streams.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
It's a way for viewers to, like, tip you in real time.
And show their support.
Yeah, exactly.
What else?
Channel memberships are becoming more common.
So that's like a subscription.
Like a subscription, yeah.
Exclusive content.
Exclusive content, perks, direct interaction with the creator.
Okay. And then affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing is big.
You recommend products?
Yeah, products you actually use and love.
That makes sense.
So it feels more authentic than like a traditional sponsorship.
So there are definitely ways to make money on YouTube,
Oh, yeah,
but you got to be strategic about it.
absolutely. Don't rely on just one thing. Explore all the options.
Okay, so we've covered AI, shorts, content pillars, collaboration, even monetization. But as we look to the future of YouTube, what are some of the trends, the predictions that creators should be aware of?
That's a great question. Let's dive into those exciting possibilities after a quick break.
All right, so we've talked about AI, shorts, how to make money, all that good stuff. But now I want to look ahead. What's next for YouTube? What are the trends, the predictions? What's coming down the pipeline?
Well, one thing that's already happening, and it's pretty wild, is the rise of AI avatars.
AI avatars. Like, what are we all going to be watching videos hosted by robots?
Well, not necessarily robots, but think like these virtual beings, like Michaela. They're blurring the lines between reality and the digital world.
Okay, so are these AI influencers going to take over? Like, is that the end of human creators?
I think real human creators are going to be even more valuable because they offer something an algorithm can't replicate, authenticity.
Right. People want to connect with real people.
Exactly. They want to see your personality, your passions, your struggles even.
So AI might change things up, but it won't replace the human element.
I don't think so. What's interesting to me is how it might enhance the human element. Like, imagine combining AI tools with human creativity.
Okay, I like where this is going.
You could create some really mind-blowing stuff.
All right, well, besides AI avatars, what else is on the horizon?
VR integration is something to keep an eye on.
VR. Oh, wow. Okay, take me a picture. What does that look like?
Think, like, 360-degree videos
Yeah.
for those VR headsets, like the MetaQuest 4.
Oh, yeah.
Viewers could step inside your content. It'd be super immersive.
That's wild. Imagine like a travel vlog, but you're actually there.
Exactly. Or a cooking show, and you're right in the kitchen with the chef.
That would be awesome. But with all this new tech, it feels like there are also ethical things to think about.
Absolutely. As VR and AI get more powerful, we need to make sure they're being used responsibly.
To combat misinformation.
Yeah, protect privacy.
Create a safe online space.
Yeah, it's a balance, right?
It is.
Yeah.
All right, so as we wrap up this deep dive into YouTube in 2025, what's your final advice for creators?
Well, I'd say focus on community.
Okay, community is key.
Absolutely. Connect with your audience on a deeper level. Respond to comments. Be present.
Engage with people.
Yeah, be authentic.
Okay, anything else? Because YouTube changes so fast, what else should creators keep in mind?
Stay agile. The platform's always evolving, so be open to trying new things.
So experiment. Don't be afraid to try new formats, new tools.
Yeah.
And
right.
ultimately just keep creating.
Keep creating and don't be afraid to be yourself.
So to everyone listening, what's your YouTube goal? What stories do you want to tell? What impact do you want to make? Don't be afraid to share your voice with the world. The future of YouTube is exciting, and honestly, I can't wait to see what you create.
Me too. There's so much potential out there.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive. Thank you for joining us. We hope you learned a thing or two about YouTube in 2025 and that you're feeling inspired to create something amazing.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible on YouTube.